For the recording, I'll just do this bit again. So what you have to do is you have to go to the nodejs.org website, nodejs.org, and then click the 16.18.0 LTS download. Then I'll just show you what you have to do. So you can select any folder here, wherever you have like 10 to 20 gigs free. Just automatically install the necessary tools, and it's a simple, smooth process. Please raise your hand once Node.js is installed for you. If it's still installing, I'll share another software you can install side by side. So what you have to go to is go to this code.visualstudio.com link, code.visualstudio.com, as you can see here, and just click the download for Windows. Or if you have Mac, it should show download for Mac automatically. And then just open and run the file as you would install any other software. I already have the software, so it might not show the full things you need. But again, it's just simple. It's just simple process. Click next, and just use the pre-selected build. And yeah, it should be a smooth process. So just let me know once that is done. Raise your hand once that is done. Vyom, Nipun, Ashit, is it already done? Perf, Manish, Bhavit, Edema.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it
done.
is.
Yes, Bhaiya.
All right, that's great. So the next software we need to install is called Git. Git and GitHub are exclusively unrelated. Git is a version management tool. GitHub is a website that allows you to put Git repositories online. Um, I'll explain that later. But what you have to do is just search for this Git download, and the first link that should come here is this git/scm.com downloads, and then just you download for your operating system, whichever you have. So I have a 64-bit Windows version, so I'll download for that. Now here you have to be careful about the options you pick. So do select all of these. These might be unchecked for you. Select both. Add a Git bash profile to Windows terminal, and use Scalo. Um, Please do pay attention to this part. So do select all of these. This is optional if you want the icon on desktop. Then here it would default to Notepad or use Nano Editor by default. You have to change this to use Visual Studio Code as Git's default editor. This thing, use Visual Studio Code as Git's default editor. Then instead of letting Git decide, you have to click this override button and set and put here main. By default, it would be let Git decide. So you have to override that and put main here. Then by default, it would be use git bash and git bash pro. Use git from git bash only. You have to change it to git from command line and also third-party softwares. And then you can just click next. And for the SSH, you can use bundled SSH. And once you click next, you can use also a bundled open source library, OpenSSL. And you have to check out Windows style so that the commit messages are properly displayed in your Windows machine. Here you can use anyone you prefer, anyone you like. Personally, I would recommend using MINTTY. So basically, this helps you avoid some issues you might have with SSL. I think by default it is set to fast forward or merge. So just let that be. And then you have to use Git credential manager. You can enable file caching, or if you don't want file caching, it just takes up some space. You can disable this feature, but I would recommend keep it enabled. And enable experimental features for pseudo consoles. This allows you to use the Visual Studio inbuilt console with GitHub, and you can also enable this experimental built-in file monitor. This automatically basically it says what it does. It automatically runs git status, git add, and git commit in each work tree. So if this basically just helps smooth up large files or large file systems for large projects. And then you can just install it. So again, there were a lot of options you had to select in a specific order. I hope you did that. If it's installed for you, please raise your hand. If you have any questions about any of the options, please ask here. Selecting a wrong option may help or disrupt your Git environment, and you'll have to redo the entire
I
process.
had a question.
Yeah,
I also had a question. Yes.
just let go of once.
Yes. So over here it says adjusting your path environment. Which option do I have to select? Use Git from Git Bash only, Git from the command line, and also from third-party software.
Yeah, the
Or
second one, get from command line and third-party software.
all right. Then
Yeah,
use external or bundled. Bundled, right?
yeah, bundled. Ganesh, what order did you have?
I also had the same question.
All right. So I hope Viom Niponet's installed for you.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And choose the default behavior of Git pull. It has to be default only, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, what are the options once again?
Default, rebase, only ever fast forward.
Yeah, default. Could you all tell me your grades once? Well, idea of the age group I'm talking to.
Ninth.
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 Okay. Viom, which grade are you in?
Ninth B.
Okay. Rhythm,
Eighth.
all right. And Ishit
Ninth.
and Rishit Brogo.
Ninth.
All right. Rishit, have you been able to follow along since I didn't see you raise your hand and like any of the installations yet?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Just once again, बहुत informal है भाई ये. अगर तुम्हें कभी भी कोई भी doubt आता है, पूछ लिया करो instead of just doing anything wrong. So yeah, do let me know
I just have a doubt. It is asking how should get a filter line endings in text file. So what should I choose?
Sorry, could you share your screen? And you're not that audible. Just share your screen once and I'll tell you the right option.
Okay, I will just.
Please note that like installing Git is really important for later file versioning. So let's just say you're working on your let's just say a portfolio site and you make one line of code wrong. What Git helps you do is it helps you go back to the last working commit. So that's why it's important to frequently commit and have a good installation of Git. If any of these options are selected wrong, that may hamper that, and you may not be able to go back.
Bhaiya, I have joined from tab and I'm working on laptop. So shall I just say the options?
Yeah, sure. What are the options?
Check out Windows style, commit a Unix style
Yeah,
line
Windows style,
ending.
Windows style, Windows style.
Okay, thank you.
Basically, if you choose to go down this developer path later on, what you'll learn is that each operating system has developed its own line endings. What line endings help do is they help your software know from where a new line starts, and that helps basically get show proper comments. So if you're on a Windows system, select Windows style checkout. If you're on a Mac, that is iOS system, select the Unix style. If you're on Linux or Mac, select the Unix style. If you're on a Windows system, select the Windows style checkout.
It is also asking one more thing. These features are developed. Shall I just say the option?
Yeah, just tell me the options.
Enable experimental support for pseudo console. Enable
Experimental sudo support for sudo consoles and experimental built-in file system monitor. Enable both.
okay.
Uh, Choosing HTTPS transport backend, and what option do you have to choose? Use the Open SSL library or the user native Windows secure
The
shell.
bundled OpenSSL library, OpenSSL, the top one.
Okay, and configuring the line ending conversations.
Windows style checkout, I think.
And then configuring the terminal emulator to use the git bash.
Sorry, you're not audible. Could you repeat?
Configuring the terminal emulator to use with git bash option.
Which all options are there? I think the second option is something
Use
like use Windows, use command line and another software.
the second option is use Windows default console window. And the first one is use mini TTY, the default terminal of MSM module.
So yeah, use mini TTP. This basically helps
Okay.
you in that helps you in remote if you ever develop something that you're storing on a remote server that is not GitHub, that helps you set these options by get set git remote. Basically, git remote is
Okay.
an internal tool of GitHub and it can communicate with mini TTY. So it'll be easier for you.
Okay. And in the choose the default behavior of git pull, default rebase or only ever fast forward.
Default rebase, default वाला, not rebase.
Okay.
आपने अपनी वेबसाइट कैसे बनाई?
किसने बोला ये? हेलो,
Connect ने बोला.
किसने बोला?
Connect.
तनिष्क.
I didn't ask. I think Nipun Dhawan has asked.
Nipun. Yeah, so what
Yeah.
if we're given enough time, what you all are going to make is also going to be a portfolio website in React.js with a backend call to Express.js backend server. So I hope I'm able to do that in 6 hours. If not, I'll give you Notion links so that you can follow the rest of procedure yourself. But basically, we're going to be teaching you two frameworks here. That is React.js and Express.js. And both of those need Node.js to run. So that's why we installed Node.js.
Bhaiya, it is asking, click finish to exit the setup, launch Git bash or view release now, or both.
Just launch it and then close it here. All
Okay.
right. So I think most people here have installed GitHub, right?
Actually, I'm on. I need the help with the solution.
Yeah, no
Yeah, okay.
worries, no
I can
worries.
share the screen if you can make me the presenter.
Oh yeah, sure. All right. So apart from that, what I need you now to do is set up your Visual Studio Code so that we can use it in the next week's class. So for that, just open up Visual Studio Code once. Yeah, just get credential manager next. Enable, yeah, that's fine. Enable both. Next. Yep, that's about it. You mentioned. All right, so just open your Visual Studio Code.
Open.
Yeah, just a second. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to get my mouse. Yep, back. All right. So I'll just share my screen. Yep. All right. So what you want to do here is click right click, then click add folder to workspace, and then just go to any free space you have. So I just have a neat little folder for text Syndicate, and I've made a folder for TG. So just make a folder called TG anywhere you're comfortable and add that to your workspace. And it'll look like this. Or the TG might just appear where it says untitled workspace, and that's totally fine. I've configured it in a workspace way, but if it says if it doesn't say this untitled workspace, that's also fine. It should just say TG directly. So once you're done with that, just raise your hands. Is it done for everyone?
Can you again repeat the first step for right clicking?
Just
Like
right
what's the
click, click add folder to workspace, select the folder you want to add, make a new one. Um, Vyom, are you done? Vyom, Nipun, Bhavit, Ridhima, Ishit.
Yes.
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 All right. Again, if you have any problem, any step of the way, do let me know. But these are the basic tools you'll be using hundreds of times throughout this workshop series. So just have a good grasp over them. Right click, add folder to workspace. You can add multiple folders too. So I just added another folder. I can click right on the folder, right click on the folder, and then remove folder from workspace. I can do this with this too. So try once. I can open another folder. So I'll just go back and open this.
Can I once share my screen? I'm not getting the option of add folder.
Um, you might have like the open folder button I just started right now. Sure, just share your screen.
All right.
Yep, go ahead.
ATL के इंटरव्यू के रिजल्ट्स कब तक आएंगे?
Is it visible?
Yep. Oh yeah, you have to click on the no folders open thing. Expand that. Yeah, open folder button can. And then just select a folder. No, don't select. Oh, okay. Okay, that works. But I would prefer if you kept it in a drive, but your documents works too. Cool. Just select it. And yeah, it opened a folder for you. Yes, I trust your authors. Now right click and yeah, add folder to workspace. You can add any other folder. Just add feedback hub for now.
This one?
Yeah, add it. Now you can right click on feedback hub and remove this folder from workspace. Just above find. Yeah, good. Start. That is the basics of like just handling your workspace. Now, now we'll install some extensions before going forward. So the first, I'll just share my screen. Could you all please lower your hands? All right, cool, thanks. So you were here in Explorer, and this is your file Explorer inside the workspace. Now we'll go to the fifth tab or sixth tab from there, which is extensions. So Explorer to extensions. This button is extension. The 4 cube and 1 cube is separated. So the first thing you have to do is you have to install. Um, there's an extension called GitHub. Second. I think it's called GitHub. Yeah, GitHub pull requests and issues. Just install this extension. I can't send you the link. Just search for it. To search for it, you just have to search GitHub, and this should be the first extension that pops up. GitHub pull requests and issues. There will be a big install button here. Just install it. For this, you'll need a GitHub account. So again, by just a show of hands, how many here do have a GitHub account? All right, that's a great number. So I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. When I install it, it asks for my GitHub ID. Okay, it'll do for you when you install it first time. So it'll ask for you to log in into GitHub and all that. On the right here, just do that for quickly. No, I'll see if I can get it to do that to me. But just asks you to log in and it takes you to the GitHub website to log in. And after that, it redirects you again. Okay, it won't do it for me, but it'll probably do it for you. So when start is done.
Excuse me, Via.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the option for the login.
Okay, no worries. So we log in you in some other way. But then what you have to install is Prettier code formatter so that your code looks nice and clean. When you click Control Alt and F. So just install this for me really quickly. Just search Prettier, and this should be the first thing that pops up. Prettier code formatter. Install this, and I think then you're done. What you then have to do is go back to your Explorer and go to terminal. So once all that is done, do let me know. Just raise your hands. If both the extensions are installed and you're back on your Explorer screen and have opened a new terminal window, raise your hands. All right, beating on Purvan, Tejas, Anjay.
I installed them, but they're not exactly visible in my Explorer under TG.
Oh yeah, they won't be visible. They'll just be in your environment. There'll be nothing added to your folder in TG.
All right. Yes, it's done.
All right, good. So the next step we have in this workshop is is going to your GitHub account. So just open this website, github.com. And then what you can do is you have to go to settings. Yeah, for now that's about it. Here, if you don't know your email, you can check your email. I think it's from emails. So my just check your primary email from here, and you should know your account key. So for my username, sorry. So my username is gamer1478, gamer dash 1478. So I'll set that. So what your oh right. So what you have what you can search for is GitHub uh sign in with Git, and I think it should show you the correct method. There's usually a Git tutorial that pops up. Okay, so you can do this. Here, just put this git configs double dash global and user dot name, and here just put in your user ID, your GitHub user ID, and it should set that up for you. And then you can do the same thing for email, your primary email that you're using. So for month E, that's ayusha2006@gmail.com, and it sets that. All right. So once both these commands are once you've successfully run both these commands, raise your hands. These are the commands. Git config double dash global user dot name and then your account name. Git config double dash global user dot email and then your email, your primary GitHub email, which you can find out GitHub settings and then just emails. Here, just set your primary email here. Bhavit Ridhima, do you need any help? Rishit.
No, I'm just running the commands.
Wait, I'll just send them in the. I'll just send them in the Discord server for everyone. Oh yeah, you can refer to the Discord server now. Rishit and Vyom, I hope you're able to see the commands.
Hello, I just made my GitHub account as it was taking a little bit time with the verification and all. So after making the account, what do I have to do in with the GitHub pull requests and issues?
So please tell me if you don't. Like when I ask you, everyone raise their hands. But okay, so what you have to do is you just have to use the primary email and your username that you inputted and input into the command just in the Discord server. Just and run these commands on your terminal. So run git config double dash global user dot name and then just put your username in quotes. I send this on the Discord server and git config double dash global user dot email and then the primary email you use to make that account.
All right.
Is there anyone else who doesn't have a Discord account? Oh, sorry, a GitHub account.
I actually just made the GitHub account, so I can't see my primary email and that.
You must remember the email you just used.
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
Just enter
But
that. It's in when you click you click on your profile. There is a settings option right next to sign out, and once you click in that,
uh,
you can go to emails and you can see your primary email. And
oh,
you just set your
yeah, yeah.
username, so just input that as a name.
Okay,
Is it done for everyone?
yeah.
Rishit and Vyom, could you please tell me how I can help you?
It's throwing some error.
Could you share your screen? Guru, do you need any help?
No.
All right, Vyom, could you share your screen, please? Yep. So, did you install Git properly? The
Yes,
Git SCM thing.
yes.
All right. So where it says PowerShell, click plus next to that. No, the drop down menu next to that, next to the plus. Select command prompt. Yep. And try here. Could you try restarting your computer?
Okay.
I think it will be done after that. If it isn't, you can reach to me later on Discord.
Okay.
So the next thing that we'll do is we'll create a SSH key. What this will help do is basically SSH की करता क्या है तुम्हारे पास कोड है तुम्हें उसको अपने गिथब अकाउंट पे डालना है अब गिथब को कैसे पता चलेगा कि जो कोड उसके पास आ रहा है वो तुम्हारे अकाउंट से आ रहा है इसको वेरीफाई करने के लिए तुम्हें एसएसएच की बनानी पड़ती है और you could use tokens but tokens are unsecure because they're guessable tokens are 16 digit letters जो कोई भी guess कर सकता है SSH keys are 256 multiplied by 256 digit long long integers that no one can guess. They work on the theory that if you multiply two prime numbers to create another number, um, that number to find the two factors that made up that number is really hard. So breaking SSH is much harder. So we'll use that. So the first step, I'll just share a link with you all. I shared a link in the Discord chat. Could you everyone please open that link? Open this link on your browser it'll look like this. Once you've opened this link, please let me know. All right. So go to this page, I think. Checking for existing SSH keys. Many of you might have used GitHub and might already have a SSH key. So we'll just check for them. And for this, you'll need a CMD prompt with administrator privileges. So in a search bar, put CMD, and then there's an option that says run as administrator. Select that. It'll open this administrator command prompt. And in that, oh yeah. So for GitHub, I think for Windows, I think ls doesn't work. Okay, so for this you can use GitHub git bash. Search git bash and then copy this command. I think the entire thing here you have to do in git bash. So just keep the git bash open. Okay, so I already have a SSH key, but you won't. So here is the article you need to generate a new SSH key. So I have to run this command and input your primary email here. For me, it would be ayush2006@gmail.com, the same email you used while telling get your email. So the same email you used in Visual Studio Code to set as the global email. Use that email to create this SSH. So go to your Ming W64 console and put this command. Just copy this and put it. Is everyone able to follow? Please let me know if you're behind or something so that we can bring you up to speed. Um, Here, just click enter and don't over. If you already have a key, don't override it. Right. So once that's done, it will show some verbose. That is totally fine. So now you'll have two keys in your .sh folder. Yeah. Could you please raise your hands if you've done that?
I'm actually not able to input the command in git bash.
Could you please share your screen?
Yeah. Uh,
You have to right click it. Sorry, you can't do Control B. You have to right click. Just right click and paste.
okay.
You have to remove the $sign.
Yeah.
Anyone facing any issues, please let me know. please let me know the issues that you're facing so that I can help you. Bhavet, Ishita, Tejas, Vyom, are you facing any issues? Perv, there will be keys generated for everyone.
Uh, does the keys like save in the files? Because in it's showing that mine is saved in the files.
Yeah, like it automatically does that. Um, all right. So for the next part, Tejas, could you please share your screen?
Uh, Let me present. So so it shows this, like it shows that it's
Yeah,
saved in my PC.
this is totally fine, totally fine. Could you
Okay.
please put it on the full screen?
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing that you have to do is, I hope none of you kept a password because that will change some stuff. Right. Okay. So Vyom, could you please go back to the Chrome page? Oh, Oprah, like the web page that we had. Generating an SSH key one. The third one you have opened here. Could you go back to your browser and the third tab you had opened? Could you please open the third tab, generating an SSH key wala? Your profile के right में जो है भाई. I think TJ is having some issues. Could anyone else share the screens? Kanish, could you please share your screen?
I'm actually joined. I have
Oh yeah,
joined
okay,
from
okay.
start.
Ridhima, could you please share your screen?
I have joined from another device and working for from another.
Bhavit or Guru, are you working on the same device?
No. No.
Okay, I got it. Bhavit, are you working from the same device?
Yes, please.
Could you please share your screen?
Yeah, please make me the presenter.
Yeah, just doing.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, just a second. Alright, yeah, cool. So could you please go back to the browser tab?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this one. Could you scroll down? Could you go to where it says eval? Sorry, yeah, the next page.
The
Generate a new
next
SSH
page.
key. Yeah, click on that.
Yeah.
Go to where it says eval. Scroll down. Yeah, this bit. ऊपर. Yep, ये वाला. Agent PID के ऊपर. Copy this command. Eval वाला.
This one here.
Yeah. Everyone else copy it too and place it in your Mingwing terminal, and you have to center. Cool. Go back to the tutorial page. Scroll. You copy the next command. SSH add.
This
No,
one.
ऊपर चल.
This one.
बिल्कुल ये वाला. हाँ, ये वाला. बस ठीक है. सही. अब उस पेज पे वापस जाओ. ठीक है. Add a new SSH key.
Yes. This one.
Yep. Scroll. Yep. Copy this command clip wala. Right. Now go to your GitHub page. Yeah. Now he's already in settings, but what you can do is you can click on your profile on the right and go to settings here. Now you have to go to the SSH and GPG keys just under settings. Sessions, yep. This one. Sessions के नीचे जो है ये add a new SSH key.
This one.
Yeah. Now Control V in the key section. Paste.
Yes, we have questions.
Yep. Just put any title, put your laptop or something, whatever this device name is. Cool. Now you can do just scroll a bit. Add SSH key. Yeah, it's added. So now every time you commit, pull something or do something, GitHub will know who you are and which device you're accessing it from.
Okay, bhaiya.
Hello, bhaiya. I was unable to unmute for quite some time. For me, it's showing command not found. I did this process which you were telling to Bhavit, and apparently it wasn't working. It's showing command not found at my end.
Pearl, did you install the Git SCM successfully?
Yes, I did. The steps were the same.
Could you please try reinstalling it?
All right.
I hope everyone was able to follow. And if not, you can always contact me on Discord. But that is all the time that we had for today's workshop. So yeah, again, I really hope all of you were successfully able to add your SSH keys. For like Perv, if you weren't, just let me know on Discord and I'll help you through. If you are not on Discord, you can contact me through WhatsApp. You can note down my number. It's 9717966964. Again, I'll repeat 9717966964. Yeah, do let me know if you have any queries or any further doubts.
From where
And
can we access the recording?
I'll send it to you maximum by tomorrow. So if you have any doubts, you can access the recording and go through the process that Bhavit went through. And this is all the time that we had for today's class. Thank you for joining on this workshop series. Bye bye.
Thank you, bhaiya.
Bye.
Thank you. Yeah.